You are now past Spade Slick. Again. You were just about to pull Crowbar's pin. You guess all that stuff with your future self and Sawbuck originally happened in this room while we were all off watching someone else, like Diamond's Droog or something. That makes sense. Remove Crowbar's pin. A whole bunch of shit happens that we already saw. Be future Spade Slick. Being your future self is a lot more constructive because you get to do stuff you haven't already done. Looks like you're in the future. It's a bloody mess in here. The clocks are more bullet-riddled than ever, and it seems Crowbar and both Sawbucks have been decapitated. You're almost certain this is something you will be or were already responsible for, which of course means more time traveling. Looks like the tub and chest are gone, which means future you must have packed up and left already. Got to take notes of these sorts of things so you know where you are in the timeline. You notice something on the wall over there. One of the clocks that wasn't destroyed before is now bloodied and full of holes. Not especially noteworthy, you just have a feeling you should register this fact. 108 clocks destroyed. Quickly remove Lance from Sawbuck. You pry the cigarette holder from his torso. Whoops, another time jump. This tub of goo keeps going for his gun. Widebody's gotta settle his big ass down. You really should incapacitate him without inflicting another wound. Knock Sawbuck unconscious. Count some sheep, bitch. Wait, the clock on the wall. It hasn't been destroyed yet. But it's about to be. It's ticking down to the time it's stuck on in the future. Maybe if you time it just right, you can end this whole mess in one fell slice. You've even got an ice-cold one-liner to dish out when the time comes. You've been working pretty hard on it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Hate to cut and... Wait, no, not yet. Wait for it. Hate to... No. Wait. Hate to cut and... Damn it! Not yet. Hate to cut and run. Shit. Hate to chop all your heads off with a sword. Real sorry about that. My bad. You slay them all with your rapier wit. 9 green torsos dead. 2 out of 9 green torsos deadened twice. 1 green torso's dead for the first time, but it's an alternate universe torso, so you guess maybe it doesn't count? 7 out of 108 clocks gratuitously redestroyed. You grab the tub and chest and move on. That is altogether enough of this nonsense. Diamond's Droog. Call spades. You check up on Slick's status. Slick says he killed Crowbar again, Sawbuck twice, and Stitch once. You ask him if it was an alternate timeline Stitch. He says he guesses so. You say that doesn't count. You've got the real one here. He mutters some foul language that you can't quite make out, but you tell him never mind and hurry down to meet you at the vault. He says he took some damage from Snowman. You say you know. You're having some effigies made of yourselves with your backup hats. Deuce brought Slick's crumpled backup hat, which he wound up with somehow. Not sure what happened to Deuce's. Boxcars is obviously tied up at the moment, so you can't get your hands on his yet. Slick says he's got both their hats and he'll be down ASAP. You say all right. He says in the meantime, see what you can do about his eye. Diamond's Droog. Have Stitch patch up Spade Slick's effigy. Get to work, Thread Monkey. Spade Slick. Have right eye patched up. Damn it! Your sprite was flipped the wrong way. You get Diamonds on the radio and tell him to undo it and wait until you're turned around. He says it's the right eye, right? Were you facing left or right? You say it's only right when facing left. It's the left eye when facing right. He says, oh, so it's the left-right eye. You say, yeah, but hang on a minute. You'll turn around so it's right-left. He says, okay, he'll wait. That's better. Arm yourself, in case Cans shows up. If Cans shows up, none of these weapons you've got are going to do any good. You admire the lance for a moment. It's a pretty sweet weapon with outstanding craftsmanship. At least you got something out of the eye gouging. She'll have to pry this thing from your rigid, severed arm if she wants it back. Ride around on horse hitcher pretending to joust. Yeah! Oh, shit. You can't believe she saw you horsing around like that. You will never live this down. Diamond's Droog. Shoot up biscuit and eggs effigies. Stitch keeps their effigies in a big warehouse several miles away because of their ridiculous duplication tendencies. You're sure as hell not going to drive all the way over there, so you just shoot at them in person. This was an unbelievably terrible idea. Spade Slick. Charge! This is incredibly delirious biz nasty. Start whacking things with the crowbar. The first thing you whack is Egg's egg timer. You do this because of course you know that Crowbar's crowbar will destroy any temporal artifact and completely negate its effect on the timeline. Heart's boxcars. Attempt to eat eggs. Your attempt was an overwhelming success. Biscuits is looking a tad snug in his muffin tray. He thinks it's about time to poke a broom straw in this battle. His dough will live to rise another day. See you in the future, suckers! Spade Slick. Crowbar. Biscuits oven. Make it happen. You deal the oven a wicked flogging, but not much happens. The oven doesn't really have any magical time properties to be negated. It just travels into the future at a rate of 1 second per second, like everyone else. Club's deuce. Put dynamite in oven. You set the bomb to go off in a few seconds, when both it and biscuits are released from it in a few hours. Turn up heat on biscuits' oven. You're pretty sure this oven doesn't actually work at all. You just wheel it off somewhere else in the mansion so it can explode in peace. 12 out of 15 green torsos dead. Probably some more clocks destroyed too. Spade Slick. Use crowbar to pry the safe open. Since your expert safecracker apparently spent the last 5 or 6 hours being totally useless down here, you figure it's time to take things into your own hands. Huh? What's this little fella so worked up about? Clover insists that you should reconsider. Using that to pry open the vault would be ever so much bad luck. Like breaking 1,000 mirrors all at once. The sort of mirrors that tick and have numbers and tell time and stuff. That is the worst kind of mirror to break, luck-wise. Politely ask Clover to remain calm. He refuses outright and starts doing a really frisky jig. Doody-doody-doo-doo! Doody-doody-doo-doo! He begins spinning a fanciful series of riddles illuminating the true path to opening the vault. Mysterious music fills your ears as your mind assumes the shape of a pretzel. Doody-doody-doo-doo! Doody-doody-doo-doo! Doody-doody-doo-doo-doo! Doody-doody-doo-doo! This is how the music would sound if we were listening to it now. Diamond's Droog. Ask Clover for the ultimate riddle. You ask Clover to open the safe. What's this? You think you can shoot Clover? He is so lucky the gun will probably jam or something predictable like that. Nice try, though. You just start whacking him with a newspaper instead. You don't have to be all that unlucky to get whacked around with a newspaper. It's sort of a gray area. Diamond's Droog. Check personal ads of periodical. This isn't a real newspaper. It's just a wrapper for your private sordid literature, which no one can ever see. Uh-oh, it's slipping out a bit. Your appetite for monochrome beauties is nearly on public display. Gotta keep a lid on that smut, especially with Clover around. Suddenly, the whole vault room is shaking. You wonder what it could be. It sounds suspiciously like Cans is about to plow through the wall Kool-Aid Man style. You pray to God that it is not Cans about to plow through the wall Kool-Aid Man style. All of a sudden, Cans plows through the wall Kool-Aid Man style. Resist urge to shout, "Oh yeah." Oh no! He punches you into next week. You find yourself going about your business a week later. Looks like you're doing a little grocery shopping. You're a bit confused, having no memory of the previous week. You have no idea what is on your grocery list. Are you out of milk? What kind of produce do you need to stock up on? It is all a little overwhelming. And to make things worse, the selection has too many prices and vowels. Heart's boxcars. Use Egg's body as bait for Cans. You flail the torso Cans word in an attempt to placate him with the red meat. Cans clocks boxcars entirely out of the current calendar year. You land in a totally different, outdated calendar. Looks like this one's themed with spirited horses. You'll be up to your ass in horses for a whole year. Just great. This is just what you need to be doing. Farming all these goddamn horses. Fucking pain in the ass. Spade Slick. Ignore him and just pry the safe open. You don't care what the consequences are. You're going to crack open this safe and be done with it. This whole intermission was starting to get a little punchy anyway. The massive release of temporal distortion from the vault transports you to a highly unfavorable timeline. Looks like the entire mansion was leveled, except for the vault and its enclosure. Everyone's dead except for you and you know who. But at least the safe's open. 1,000 clocks destroyed. 14 green torsos dead. 3 out of 4 black scofflaws offed. Enter the vault. There's nothing in here except an opening in the floor. There's a door with a keyhole, and you have a feeling you know how to open it. You only wonder why English's treasure would be locked behind a door with a spade on it. Dramatically use the spade key. You guess this is what the spade key was for all this time. You dramatically wield the spade key in a matter-of-fact manner. Peek inside keyhole. What keyhole? It was clearly a barcode scanner all along, like the kind they sweep groceries over at supermarkets. That reminds you, you should really do some shopping next week. You're not going to peek inside because the lasers could blind you in one eye. Oh, wait! Use rules card for blackjack. This was never a problem. There is clearly a barcode printed on your rules card for blackjack, as well as your arm. But there's nothing wrong with a little redundancy, you guess. Get on with it. Huh? Oh, are you looking for this? Well, come get it, you contemptuous she-witch. Snowman's black inches no doubt have been responsible for more than a few red cheeks. Flip your sprite. You got to flip it. Turnways. Scan the barcode. This guy again. Been a long time. Hey, kid. Yeah, you. Boggle vacantly at these shenanigans. It begins to dawn on you that everything you are about to do may prove to have been a colossal waste of time. End intermission.